abruptly disappeared yesterday. The person who was gonna watch Game of Thrones with me woke up, and I was like, Game of Thrones, because, I don't know when I'll post this, but yesterday was Sunday, and Game of Thrones premiered, so gotta have my priorities, man. Anyway, I guess this episode I'm still gonna be plugging away at this horrific and strange rendition of the pigeon dating. I'm still not entirely sure what is happening. Apparently, you were Sakuya for a little bit, and then the doctor decided to stab you with his cleaver like he does. That's his jam. He did it to you when you romanced him, and he's done it to a couple other people. And, so, I'm dying. I'm dying. What did he say? Why was I left behind? I can't think. That was a really gross sound, actually. So many ellipses, and then a question mark. So there's like 25 ellipses and a question mark. Sakazaki! Stop that, Aiza. I told you not to touch my brother. Whoa! I guess he's bleeding down here. You can't really see it, because it's behind the text. But, that's definitely blood splatter. Though I'm not sure that is how blood splatter would look on feathers. But that is just me being nitpicky now. Suddenly, Sakazaki Yuya blocks out the sun. Alright, so this sentence is entirely wrong, because you are under a dome and there's not sun anyway, and like at some point I totally forgot that and was like, oh, it's dark out now, but it's because there's a dome and none of the lights are on. So he's blocking out nothing. He's not blocking out the sun. He cannot block out the sun because the sun is already blocked out. Blood is spreading across the floor. I am unhurt. Who's... Your wing. Such beautiful brotherly love, Mr. Sakazaki. You were the real hero all along, of course. I only promised that I wouldn't tell other people, not that I wouldn't tell him himself, or that I wouldn't kill him. And after all that work to steal the records from Mr. Kawara, too. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Apparently you're not, like, a royal bird or something, and your mom, like, has sex with everybody. I don't know. Yeah, you've always been like this. A coward and a villain to the core. Oh, such flattery. What are you doing, Doctor? Why? Why are you doing this? I told you, remember? You bore me. Now that you have helped Mr. Kawara as much as you can, I have no more use for you. Why should I put up with your blabbing now that I am done with you? I do not understand, sir. What did you and Sakazaki... This is exactly what I'm talking about. I have no responsibility to explain to you. Goodbye, Mr. Shirogane. No, don't move, Sakuya. I apparently read that sentence wrong. Like, no, don't move, and then Sakuya? Like, he's yelling at the doctor. Not, don't move, Sakuya. I don't, whatever. Sakuya! Oh, Mr. Kawara, we were just discussing you. Yuya standing over Sakuya, blood running down his body. The doctor standing next to them. There is no question about what's happened. Oh, I guess you changed back to Ryuta now. Doctor, so it was you all along. Was it? I wonder about that. Ho ho ho. Pull yourself together, Sakazaki. Say something. Don't worry, he won't die just yet. I'm sure you'll enjoy a confession or two, so ask him all you want. Wait, Doctor. Oh, Hayu. The scarecrow. There you are, Labor 9. I was waiting for you. Come, let us go. Ah. Labor 9? Is that the Scarecrow's name? Yes. So he was working under the doctor this whole time? Just a little more, Mr. Kawara. Do you think you'll remember soon? Stop running away. You killed Fry. I will never forgive you. I'm glad you're so lively. That's good. I shall be waiting for you deep beneath the surface. Chase me, Mr. Kawara. No, that's not weird at all. I reach out. I can't reach. The doctor and the Scarecrow are gone. Don't go chasing after the beanpole man on your own, Ryota. A good man keeps his cool even in times like this. Don't speak. I know just what you're thinking. Okay, never mind. You're still bleeding. Don't worry. Who the hell do you think I am? I'll be fine. I know my limits better than anyone else. I won't die to a little scalpel. Getting whacked with a cleaver would have been bad, but there are plenty of bandages here. Yes, there are. How very adept of you. Sakuya, wait here. I'll go get Mr. Leone. Wait, Ryoto. I have things to tell you. Can you wait long enough to hear my confession? Like the doctor said, there's no time to waste, so let me tell you everything I can. This might be our last chance. It's too late, Sakazaki. If you were involved, why didn't you tell us before? Aha ha ha. We had a deal. Of course he broke it without a second thought. The doctor and I did not kill her. That is the truth. But, then why did he... She died in this room after school yesterday. That is also the truth. Then there was something else? Someone else? Yes, right as always, Sakuya. And that third person killed Fry? Who was it? I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. I think you'll figure it out. I have to apologize to you. The doctor and I were the ones who cut her up. What? Why? So you stuffed her into those boxes? It was the time. The doctor needed to be sure when she'd be found. He decided morning would be give time. Would be give time. Yes, no, that makes total sense. Would be give time for the most humans to gather. I suppose he probably thought putting her in the print boxes was funny, too. The most humans? Why would... Looks like I've stayed on the fence to the very end. I didn't have the resolve to go either way. If only things had been a little different. Cough, cough. I thought you said you'd be fine. Are you worried for me? I'm honored. Could you go outside for a bit, Ryota? We'll go to the maintenance office afterwards. No, because you're gonna die. Just for a little, I want to talk to Sakuya alone. You have a new father now, Yuya. He has a beautiful mansion and you'll be moving there tomorrow. But your new father said he doesn't want your brother. He says he can only feed you if you leave the egg behind. Mother is sad. He is her son too. I will go. I will throw my brother away, Mother. Give me the egg. The new father killed my father. I know he did. He killed him so he could take my mother from him. I waited until she laid a new egg, until she laid an egg with the new father's child inside. I had hid him away in the mansion, and I switched them, so he will raise my brother as his own son. The new father hates me, but he will love my brother. He will give him nice food and nice clothes and a nice bed. My brother will not know. No one will know but me. I hate the new father. I took the new egg, and I smashed it. Okay, well, yeah. So they're full brothers. I've always thought that maybe I should have told you. The doctor did not lie. You're the same as me, Sakuya. We were never half-brothers. You are my real brother. Impossible. I am the heir of the LaBelle family. Father told me so. Everyone told me so. I was raised for no other purpose. I never told anyone that I switched the eggs. If Father found out now, he'd throw you away. I did it for you. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it to spite that man. I killed the child he had with Mother. That was the cross I had to bear. It was never your problem. I was happy just to see you living in luxury. To be fair, it was an egg and not like a bird, so I think you're all right. You, under what authority? Ah ha ha. None, you're right. I only ever listened to myself. But the doctor noticed. He must have realized. I guess I was doing what he said all along, since I took your lineage. The fact that I killed the Labelle, the other father's child, will never leave me. I've never been able to forget. If you're blamed for that child's death, you have to press on. You can't let it stop you. I always worried about whether I should tell you or not, and now it's too late, so... For fool! To deny me my lineage now. I'm sorry, Sakuya. I should have told you long ago. I was never as sure of myself as you. If I'm not of the Labelle line, what am I? I knew you'd ask that. Straightforward as always. Ah ha ha ha. Leave this place, Sakuya, and think about it long and hard. You have a lot more to worry about than just who your family is, after all. No, wait, Sakazaki. Stay with me. There is still much for you to tell me. Ha ha ha, it's been a long time since we talked this much. I talked to you every day when you were still an egg. Pull yourself together, Yuya. You can't leave me like this. You said a little scalpel like that couldn't kill you. I should apologize about that, too. Remember the headmaster? That was nerve toxin. You mean the scalpel had... Go on, Sakuya. Leave your liar brother and go. The doctor must have a way out of here. You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. Later, buddy. That is the worst death sentence ever. Later, buddy. Yuya! Yuya! Okay, so that's the end of the 5th class. Now... 6th class. It's 6 p.m. I haven't had much of a sense of time passing since the dome appeared, but it's already evening. The atmosphere in the maintenance office is tense. The doctor said he'll be waiting deep beneath the surface. Does this building have a basement? Certainly not one that appears on the official plans, but maybe. Under the medical center, but that one's blocked off with concrete. It does not seem to me that the medical center is an entirely independent building. There may well be a path from this building into the basement there. Is there anywhere you might have missed something? Missed something or forgotten something? Somewhere I forgot to look? Oh. That's right, the encyclopedia from the library in the medical center. Oh, thanks that you got there finally. And the chronology in the medical records. I'd like to talk to Negeki again. You've thought of something? Yeah, I need to go check Sakuya. He hasn't spoken since what happened in the infirmary. I can't blame him. I know how he feels. Better to leave him alone. Bye, Felicia. Oh god, that's like 10 or 15 ellipses. I know. I'm worried about it too. More like 10. You're fading again. Where are you? Negeki, there you are. I'm glad the human soul kind of looks like the ones from Soul Eater. Whereas the bird souls are all birds? I don't know. What is it? I found out a lot about the school, and about you. I see. I suppose you know who I am then? Sort of, but there are things I need to ask you. That's why I'm here. The fire 5 years ago, and the dome today. How are they related? Negeki must know something about the secrets the school holds. You aren't really here anymore, are you? That might be so, or it might not. I saw in the school records, it says you died 5 years ago in an accident in the medical center. I had become aware of that. I stopped my own clock here. That's why I can never leave. You stopped your... In other words, at the very least I took my life through my own will. I am almost sure of that. So you didn't die in the accident? He hangs his head in silence. Looks like he can't remember everything from before he died. I need a clue. There must be a basement under the medical center, and I need to get in there. Oh, that's right. The encyclopedia. The encyclopedia? You used to go to the medical center, right? Did you switch one of the encyclopedias from there with one here? Why would... That's what I want to know. I guess I should just tell him. Look, you know how the encyclopedias here are out of order? There are 2 copies of Volume 9 and no Volume 6. The medical center has the same encyclopedias? Yeah, but there are 2 copies of 6 there and no 9. How disorderly. Yeah, anyway, one of the copies of Volume 6 there has a library sticker on it. Someone must have taken it from here. Switch the encyclopedias? Mr. Kawara, try reading this copy of Volume 9. Looking's worth 1,000 words, I guess. Huh? This isn't right. It looks like just another book when it's closed, but it's a box? It's full of files, some sort of documents. They're all from 5 years ago. These must have been... What does it say? That one. Let's see. Operation Hatoful. This is talking about using carrier individuals as biological weapons to fight humans. It has the same title as the file in the headmaster's office, but I never expected anything like this, meaning the school has been being used for biological weapons development for at least 5 years. 2180. New strains of Sumatera influenza isolated. 2183. A new strain has been isolated from Fujishiro Nageki. It is lethal to humans and has been named Chiron virus. It has entered research stage. Research at St. Pidgeonation's Medical Center. Chiron virus? Humans I met would always get very sick. Are you remembering something? Yes, I think so. I think I was the one who brought that book here. The birds with me in the medical center often did secret things in the reference room. I wanted to tell someone important what was happening in the center. What was it, my family? It must have been my family. That's right. I burned. I had to disappear. Why didn't I notice? Did I your help to see? Nope. He paces nervously in circles, rambling on to himself. If you realize something, it would help me to know what it is. I've remember what happened here 5 years ago. I can't remember my parents' faces. I lived in an orphanage with other birds my age since before I could remember. I never thought much of it at the time, but apparently everybody there was a war orphan. But I did not resent the humans who had started the war. I did not care. I thought that living with other chicks and no parents was as natural as could be. One day the endless routine was broken and some humans broke into the orphanage. They had guns and kept shouting, "Free humanity! Free humanity!" I think that's what they said. They barricaded themselves in our house and killed us one at a time. I was helpless. I could only hide in the corner and weep as my family was killed before my eyes. I don't know how much time had gone by since they came. When I looked around the silent room, they were all collapsed on the floor. Birds had come to save us. They had come and killed the evil humans. That is what I thought. But you have been granted a great power. You're one of the chosen few. I left the orphanage with my one remaining sibling. We lived in an apartment, but I was weak and couldn't go to school or get a job. I was nothing but a burden, and then I received the invitation. We wish to welcome you with special treatment. How would you like to study at the world's foremost avian school? We will provide anything you need, anything at all. There's a hospital on the grounds. We will provide a room for you to live there. You shall receive all the care you require. I was living with my brother. I did not want to leave him, but if I continued to live with him, I would only hold him down. He was happy to hear that I would have a chance to improve my physical condition, and so I enrolled in St. Pidgeonation's. I was still weak, and so I often stayed in my room. I had no friends, but I was not unhappy. The nurses and the faculty were all very kind to me, and then early in my first summer vacation, the doctor made a proposal to me. This vacation is the perfect opportunity. Would you like to undergo intensive treatment? You'll have to stay inside for some time, but by the end of the summer you should be as healthy as any other bird in the school. And so I began a long summer in the underground facility, first a routine of daily examinations and numerous medications. And then the experiments began, the experiments to kill humans. A human would be brought to me. They would struggle and gasp, and then, with a last painful sigh, they would stop moving. I knew why I was brought here. Living in my body was a virus, deadly to humans in a matter of minutes. My parents, whose faces I never knew, were killed by humans. Everyone else in the orphanage was killed by humans, and in return, I killed another human with each experiment. Simply by standing in the same room as me, by breathing the same air as me. Well, it's probably good that, you were a ghost then when I romanced you. They would collapse. I couldn't stand it. I had no reason not to hate them, but watching them die in front of me shaved away at my heart, little by little, and so I decided to end it all. I had only one wish. I wanted to disappear from this world without a trace. The Charon virus? The deadly gas that made its home in my body? That's what they called it. No doubt they were searching for a way to destroy humanity with that virus. That was Operation Hatoful? Yes. That's why I burned it all 5 years ago. There should have been nothing left, but I am not here. But maybe, just maybe, there's still something left somewhere. And I can feel him close by. Mr. Kawara, are you going to the basement? I don't have a choice. To find a way out of here alive and to find out why they killed Fry, I need to ask the doctor. I see. That encyclopedia, what else is inside? Oh. A piece of paper folded up along with the files. This is a map of the medical center. When I was there, I went through the medical center, but it must connect to the main building somewhere near here. That looks like the gym. So those stairs are... I believe it is in the chemistry preparation room. The researchers often went in there. The doctor is beneath the preparation room. Thank you, Nageki. I have to go. Yes, I think you will be seeing me again. And Miss Stuff as well. No, that's not okay. Oh, I made it to the 7th class. Yeah. So clearly, this is gonna go over the 30-minute time limit I normally have, but, whatever. A staircase in the preparation room? I've never noticed one. I wonder where it could be. If the scarecrow went down there with the doctor, it would need to be a pretty big opening. We'll have to go and look. 7 p.m. already. We only have 3 hours until we're overrun with bloodthirsty humans. We don't know for sure if there's an escape route in the basement, but it's our best bet. Maybe we should get everybody from the gym to come with us as soon as we find the stairs. Leave that to me. Mr. Leone. I'll take care of the other students. Don't worry, I'm not a massive agent for nothing. Well then, thank you, Mr. One. You aren't going with him, sir? I'm going to come with you, Kawara. We never know what could happen. Thank you, sir. He falls asleep all the time, though. I don't think he's good in this sort of situation. You're welcome. I am your homeroom teacher, after all. You've done such a good job so far. I want to be there to help you if things get dangerous. What about you, Sakuya? He's not talking. You two go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Right, okay. We're going to get out of here together, okay? Too much has happened today for both Sakuya and me. I don't know what's on his mind, and he doesn't seem interested in telling me, but if he wants to be alone, that's for the best. I guess it's the two of us then, Mr. Nanaki. If something bad happens, one of us can come back and warn you and the others, Mr. Leone. Understood. Commence Operation Breakout it is, then. Not so fast. Oh, God. This idiot. Angel. What does he want now? We don't have time for messing around. Texturus Melodia Funis. You travel now to the Abyss of Despair, do you not? The Abyss of Despair? I sense demon spores, far greater in power than even those released by the Tree of Blight. I cannot allow you to face the Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein alone. The Wallenstein guy is the doctor, right? Okay, we're coming for you, Wallenstein. Wait. Angel, we need to be careful. Wait. He certainly is lively. Let's go. I think this is the first time I've been in here. It's kind of bland. Yes. Not a very friendly room, but not distasteful either. This place is flooded with demon spores. Any good bird would normally avoid it. Can you think of anything, sir? Like a hidden door or... I don't come here very much, so, Do you feel a draft? That is a very windy draft. A draft? There are no windows in here. It must be coming in from the basement. Ooh. Excitement. Be silent, my crimson breast. We must hold back, or the eulogy of doom will. Gate of Eberus, guide me to the abyss. Wait, calm down, Angel, you can't. Oh, there it is. So it was behind the mirror all along. He's a lot more clever than he acts, isn't he? Even if he does spout nonsense whenever he opens his beak. Let's proceed, Texturus, Melodia, Funus. The master of the abyss awaits us below. A long dark staircase winds downward behind the mirror. How far does it go? The basement itself should be pretty big. This is sort of like the entrance to a subway tunnel. Let's go. Very impressive. This is a lot fancier than I expected. I never knew this huge place was underneath the school. This facility has been used for research to kill humans since the school was founded. I, Fry, none of us knew. We lived our carefree lives with all this going on beneath our feet. I don't see any, Birdie. I wonder if it's closed now. Yeah, it's clean and orderly, but I don't get the feeling that it's still in use. There was a fire somewhere down here 5 years ago, and since then the whole facility's been shut up. I suppose they froze whatever project they were working on. Hey, Angel, which way do you think we should go find the doctor? That would be, my crimson breast murmurs. The Midnight Hunter approaches. There's that thing. Oh no! He's slapping things. Couldn't you have said so earlier? Oh dear, if we don't get past him, we can't go on. We cannot reach Wallenstein without first defeating his dark servant. This trial cannot be avoided. But all we've ever managed to do is run away from this thing. How can we... Hey-you, hey-yo, hey-you. We can't get anywhere just by running away. Do we have any sort of weapon? A weapon? I do have the stun gun Mr. Leone's lent me. Will it even work on the scarecrow? Where was he keeping it? Was he carrying it around the whole time? Oh yes, the stun gun that I'm holding in my one foot here. Maybe not at normal output, but it looks like a living creature, so I doubt it would be completely unaffected. The Midnight Hunter is hound bred from the Black Void. We must purify it with holy water. Oh yes, that's a good idea. Is it? Well, what? What did he even say? There's a fire hose on the wall there. If we time it right. Mr. Nanaki wobbles toward the wall and pulls out the hose. Of course. Ready? He points the hose at the scarecrow and opens the valve. Engel, sir, get back. I set the stun gun to maximum and hurl it at the scarecrow. That was, intense. Hey you go, hey you. It collapses with an unpleasant noise. Its electrified metal arm twitches for a moment, but then is still. We did it! Electricity is a powerful thing indeed. The thunderous voice of doom. Judgment has come. Goodbye, Mr. Scarecrow. Onwards! Disgraceful. What am I doing here? A label is not allowed hesitation. No, I have not even the right to claim that restriction anymore. Yuya! Foolish. No, not ish at all. I am a fool. I have been pampered my entire life, while in my shadow he crawled along under the weight of a crime of which only he knew. I have been nothing but vain and selfish. What should I do, Yuya? Cuckoo! It is Sakuya. Sakuya is here. Leave. No one wanted you to come here. Coo! Everyone is leaving. It is a grand, daring escape. Cuckoo! Sakuyo, find Ryota with Oko-san. Away we go! Shut up, don't talk to me. Coo! Sakuya weeps. No, no, I do not. It is raining. Cuckoo! Is Sakuya in pain? That is bad. We must do something about it. Cuckoo! Coo! Oko-san used healing touch. Confound you. Must I repeat? Cuckoo! Oko-san knows. Oko-san heard that Yuya has gone somewhere far, far away. We will never see him again. So they told you? Coo! Do not worry. If we cannot meet him, we need only chase after him. Do you have any idea what you're saying? Death is not a good place to chase someone to. No doubt the older breeds have no concept of death. Chase Yuya into the grave? What kind of fool would? Coo! Oko-san knows. The earth is a ball, so if we run far enough, we will find him. What foolishness. Speaking with mongrels makes my head hurt. Except I'm a mongrel too. Poor mongrels do not notice even their own error, that is. Cuckoo! Oko-san is not a mongrel. Coo! Sakuya and Yuya and Oko-san all have their own wonderful names. Names are more important than any breed. Is that your argument? That isn't even... You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. I am myself. Cuckoo, it is time to go. Oko-san and friend are late. Coo, kick reason to the curb. Time to blast out of this prison and find Yuya. Oko is always brimming with useless energy as he was. Am I the same, perhaps? We will never see him again, no matter how far we run. But if he were here now, what would he do? What would he want me to do? At any rate, moping around here won't get us anywhere. 2 more hours. I will chase after him. I will never find him, but I will find myself. Let's go, Oko. There is nothing more for us here. Cuckoo! Sakuya is best when he acts cool. After Ryota, full speed ahead. The demon spores are thick in the air. I smell the stench of the sorcerer. I feel a little nervous relying on Ankhil's bizarre intuition alone, but it's worked so far, and we're in a hurry. Is he actually following the doctor by his scent, or was that just an Ankhilism? There's some very advanced equipment in here, and these documents look fairly new. Maybe this place is still in use? There's a register of names left open on one desk. Maybe it's a student register. Look, your name's here too, Ankhil. The Dark Grimoire. I feel the tendrils of imminent tragedy. What the hell does that even mean? They have notes on some of the students too, under Higaru. He acts as a neurotransmitter when excited. He seems to produce intoxicating or hallucinogenic pheromones. Physical exertion acts as a stimulant. The pheromone causes others to temporarily lose control of themselves, but its usefulness is limited, not currently applicable to combat. I shall not allow the sorcerer to make me his pawn. I am the Crimson Angel of Judecca, destined to wander this earth alone. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he sounds and looks unexpectedly heroic. It looks like all the students who were invited here have some sort of physical idiosyncrasy. How did you enroll, Kawara? How? I was invited to. I don't know why. Yours is just a bunch of numbers. I wonder if it's the explanation for something like Higures. The fuck? No, the black miasma of inevitable doom draws near. We're approaching the gate of the abyss. I feel its foul wind. Let's go. The doctor is waiting for us. Could you wait a minute, Kawara? What is it, sir? We're almost done. We need to... I want to ask you something first, Kawara. You lied, did you not? Huh? Lied? Me? I don't know why you would lie about that. Or maybe you forgot, even though it was just yesterday. Yesterday after school? Like I said to Sakuya, I don't know anything about it. We have to ask the doctor. I see. Let's go on then. Mr. Nanaki follows Ankhil down towards the innermost room. I've been trying to find the truth about Fry's death since this morning. Why would I lie? Maybe Mr. Nanaki misunderstood something, but that seems too simple. In contrast to the rooms above, this area is dark and filthy. This must be where the fire was 5 years ago. I feel like I can smell the soot just by looking at the walls here. Nageki threw himself into the sea of fire here to end the experiments. I wonder what I would have done in his place. Would I have ended it all like him, or... You're late, Mr. Kawara. I have grown tired of waiting. Okay. The Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Doctor. It wasn't just Fry. You killed the headmaster as well. If it weren't for you, the boy who went outside wouldn't have been. Why are you doing this? Must I repeat myself? I told you before, I merely disassembled Miss Stuff after the fact. I did not kill her. Do you think I care? It would appear that you need some assistance. I told you before, but you should already have everything you need to answer your question. Who killed Stuff Fry? Do not listen to the Dark Sorcerer's words, Textoris Melodia Funis. He will lay a spell on you. Perhaps the Peanut Gallery could keep its thoughts to itself. An iron grill drops behind me like an evil wizard's portcullis. I am cut off. Oh dear, we appear to be shut in. No, the dark spell. What are you doing? Nothing at all. I simply have no business with them. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawara. Now let us return to our conversation about the truth you seek. You've done unbelievably cruel things, Doctor. You were involved in the medical center here, too. Nothing you can say to me will change my mind. How pugnacious of you. But you are lacking in logic. What I may or may not have done has little to do with the truth of my words. I was employed at this facility from the beginning. No doubt you have already deduced that I was working on Operation Hatoful. Operation Hatoful, the plan to wipe out humanity with the Chiron virus. Precisely. Oh, it does make me so happy when students read ahead and come prepared for the lecture. You're exemplary. Ho ho ho. The strain we isolated from the original host was extremely powerful, quite possibly the deadliest in human history. However, strains of such lethality tend to be fragile themselves. Chiron virus was no exception. It cannot last very long outside of a host body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have had to send live carriers into their society and allow it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Chiron virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nageki, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Chiron able to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate. You forced him to kill human prisoners. If it weren't for your experiments, he never would have killed himself. Indeed. It had not occurred to us that the tests of the strain's effects would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly it was not so, and we lost our sample. The project was put on indefinite hold with his death, but thankfully we did not lose his corpse in its entirety. I preserved his remains and have kept them to this day. I have been waiting for a new carrier to arrive. It sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way? Quite right. I digress a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me long to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise the subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Fujishiro Nageki's. Compromise the immune system, they'd die. Indeed, even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the Chiron virus, if they died to some other infection, it would all be for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year. You are an exemplary student, Mr. Kawara. I give you full marks. Full marks? My head hurts, almost as if some strange creature is wriggling about deep inside my brain. Are you okay, Ryota? Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. Fry came to the infirmary. To see me? You have come this far. I am sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot? Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. I drink the medicine Iwami gives me and I lie down, but my body still feels heavy. I'm tired. Are you okay, Ryota? Yeah, I'm fine now. Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure were all right. Fry is reaching toward me. Want to go home? I'll walk you. Her hand stops. Fry falls to her knees, clutching her chest. Ryuta, I can't breathe. Oh, she can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange, almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, Fry. See you tomorrow. Hayu. She fell down before my eyes, and then... The experiment was a resounding success. Miss Stuff displayed the archetypal symptoms of a human infected with Chiron virus and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction of the immune system, which leads to widespread apoptosis in the lungs. But more simply, any human who comes into contact with you will die. You see? You're lying. Fry and I were together since we were children. Of course, I only administered the live virus to you yesterday. All the things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this? The Scarecrow's head? Yes, alas, the body is now useless, but I shall tell you about Labor 9, the being you call the Scarecrow. It is one of the labor model new humans developed by Dove Party researchers, but denounced as unethical. We birds have advanced quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that. The Labor series was a great step towards the beautiful ideal of coexistence of humans. With a human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered development, the project having been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried on the Dove Party researchers' will and created this prototype to be my sidekick. We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had it patrol the building. And now the next question, what is inside this bag? A human's head? No, close, but you have to be more specific. I believe we had Miss Stuff's head sent to your classroom, but... Did you notice anything missing? Missing? When I found her in the box, I was too shocked to be looking for clues. I may well have missed something. Wait. He doesn't mean... Fry's brain? Correct. You do catch on quickly. Miss Stuff did come to meet you quite frequently. Of course, having been placed in Labor 9, she has lost much of her personality. Then she's alive, but her body is gone. All that's left is her brain. Can we still call that alive? Alive or not alive, I don't know anymore. Can you save her? That is a difficult question. We tend to think of there being a definite border between life and death, but really it's quite vague. Her personality still remained in this world up until a few minutes ago. But you gave poor Labor 9 quite a shock, shall we say. Alas, Miss Stuff's brain is no doubt irreversibly damaged. Oh, you messed up. The wonders of modern medicine can do nothing for her now but sigh and shake their heads. Yesterday her body, today her mind. You are a far more twisted villain than I could ever hope to be, Mr. Kawara. I killed Fry. It was my fault all along. Why did it have to happen this way? This was all arranged for you. I had Labor 9, Mr. Sakazaki, and the headmaster help you along in your investigation. You are but one step from the end now. You must remember one more thing. What was it that you and Miss Stuff told me long ago? Come, follow me. He holds out his wing. What lies beyond here? Fry is gone. The one who killed her was here from the beginning. I have nothing more to lose. You are obedient, Mr. Kawara. Wait. Textoris melodia funis. The demon spores are thickest that way. You will not be able to return. That's right, the doctor is probably going to do something unspeakably horrible to you, Kawara. Come back. Thank you for bringing Mr. Kawara this far, you two. And now goodbye. Oh dear. This looks bad. Do you suppose it's poison gas? This present Mystic Phantom, the avatar of miasma. You do take everything in stride, don't you, Hagior? Two humans lie in a twisted pile. They are Fry's parents. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. They were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall, but they received only bullets as a reply. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house crossed the wall as one. I can hear gunfire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We could do nothing but stand outside and watch. And then the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I will grant any wish for you. So tell me. I answered. I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for a world where humans and birds no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And Fry continued. I agree. I would do anything to make Ryota's wish come true. The stranger nodded. It might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen. When we were children, that's right. That was you? That was the other thing you had forgotten. You have remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. Fry's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. And I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds no longer fight. You and Miss Stuff both said you would be glad to die in bringing that about. And so I'm carrying out your wish, just as you had just stated it. Even symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the wars between humans and birds forever, one race would have to be completely destroyed, you see. Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I ask you what your wish was, you mean? I assure you it was not a coincidence. I am not so bored as to wander around granting wishes willy-nilly. I, too, had made a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test yesterday was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lysosomes from Fujishiro Nageki to you, and everything will be in place. I have granted your wish, though I did make you jump through a few hoops so you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. This is messed up, dude. It would be the least you could do to at least acknowledge all I have done for you, I don't care about anything now. Fry is gone. My wish has destroyed everything. Nothing good has ever happened. If this is what my life is to be like, I wish I had never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Do not be anxious. You have no will to resist, so soon you will forget it all. Good night, Mr. Kawara. Ah, my crimson breast senses dang, cough cough. Actually, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. Anyway, this is going to be the longest video ever. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Talking will just make it worse, Hagior. It seems to be leaking in quite slowly. I'm glad we have a little more time, but it's getting hard to breathe. Wallenstein, you coward. Come out and Coo! Hold on just a little longer, we'll get you out of there. I'll try to open the cage, Oko. You see to the gas. Cuckoo! Oko-san shall not fail. Ah, much better. No one can say you slack off as student president, Shirogane. The Crimson Brush shall not forget this. Are you two alone? Where did Kawara go? Cuckoo! Were you separated? Did Ryota wander off and get lost? No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor. Carried off? No, oh no. No doubt the doctor is making him drink nasty protein supplements as we speak. If we do not act soon, the funeral song shall herald the coming of the darkness. Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, miserable poltroon? He's saying that the doctor is planning to turn Kawara into a biological weapon. What? We can explain while we walk, assuming I don't run out of breath. Very well, let us proceed. Kawara, are you still alive? Ooh, that's, I don't know if that's okay. Ooh, Okasan has a bad feeling about this. Ryuta is not normal. Miserable medical man, what have you done to him? Why, if it isn't the son of the noble LaBelle family, what is one of your prestige doing here? Ho ho ho. Your pathetic jabs mean nothing to me. What have you done to Kawara? I have granted his wish, that is all. It is almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Kawara must now return